Welcome to CATtheMinion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a May reading for Pisces. So I'm not doing a specific spread. What I'm doing is I'm practicing with the two new Oracle decks that I've gotten last week. So I got the Starseed Oracle, and I was compelled, there if I do words right, to combine it with the Work Your Light Oracle. So I have this huge double deck now. The double decker. I managed to get a lot of them come out because I had a hidden card in there. I was like, dang it. The other deck that I got is the Wild Unknown Archetypes. So I went on these. And I'm opening the reading with my bucket of charms here. So the Oracle decks, especially combined with the charms, which tend to be also more toward the Oracle side than anything else, it brings in a lot of almost like I've been getting a lot of fairy tale energy with these readings. I have noticed, but it's sort of like mythic, emotional, spiritual, cosmic, multi-dimensional kind of energy more than just day-to-day kind of stuff. And because of that, I brought in tarot to finish the reading with, and for this I'm using the Syrian Starseed Tarot. So I'm interested to see how the Syrian Starseed Tarot combines with the Starseed Oracle, completely unrelated publisher, author, illustrator. Okay. So I'm going to start with the charms. I had a whole bunch of them come out. Some of them are repeating in these readings, but it doesn't always mean the exact same thing. So let me pull out these upright charms. Just frustrated to have to read a lot, but that's alright. Alright, so I got Weird Al here. So we'll see what song he's come in with. Okay, I'm getting, because of the candelabra here, I'm already getting Amish Paradise. So we'll see where that goes. I have the Sea Turtle. I have the sword here. This is like the Ace of Swords. I have this shoe here. It's like a high top and or a work boot. I did see it in the last reading as Duke Nukem's like jumpy shoes that he gets, at least in the DOS game. Going back to the OG there. Not quite. Okay. So this is the nervous system. The person with the nervous system. And then there's address here. Sometimes it means there's something that needs to be addressed, like anxiety. And I have this match, burning match here, which is like the Ace of Wands, one of my alternates. Let's see what that's doing. So I have a lot of inverted charms here. So inverted. I have the llama, which came out. I'm hearing alpaca though. Vicuna. It's giving me more alpaca than llama right now. So the DNA came out inverted. I hope I'm holding these on the camera. I have the tetrahedron. This is like its third appearance. Really popular this time. Come on, man. So I have the harmonica. I don't... Well, the harmonica's inverted. So we'll see. The back of the credit card inverted. The chalet inverted. These are upright. I'll put these over here. So it's a separate zone. Have the egg inverted. The watch inverted. It's like a little wristwatch / stopwatch. The camera inverted. So it's going to be a hot mess to, and have the record player inverted. Broken record. Have the mouse inverted. The top hat inverted. And a little Frosty the Snowman. That one. The scroll inverted. The butterfly inverted. The letter inverted. And this is a drop of blood inverted. I mean, obviously the blood and the DNA go together. The scroll and the letter together. I feel like this top hat and this not a llama go together. I'm not really pulling a rabbit out of my hat. I'm doing it wrong. Okay. The record and the watch and the harmonica and the record player look like they go together. Put this upside down. There we go. Chalet. Oh, I said the top hat was making me think of Frosty the Snowman. Alright, so I'm going to put the chalet over here, because that's like skiing. And the tetrahedron, because that's like a mountain. So I have the mouse goes over here with this alpaca. And the butterfly and the egg are kind of together. Back of the credit card. I'm going to put that with the letter. Okay. Alright, let me figure out what's going on here. Where does the shoe and the sea turtle come in? It's weird because I had the shoe with the penguin before and it was giving me like the right gear to be in the Antarctic. Here it's like I need flippers to go underwater. I need to buy some, you know, paddles and stuff, like equipment. I almost feel like the sea turtle and the egg go together though. Baby sea turtle. What's the shoe doing? I'm not sure what the shoe is doing. I'm going to put it separate. I don't really see where the butterfly goes yet either. Let's put that over here. The match near the candelabra. And the sword and the DNA and the finger next to each other. What in the ass is going on over here? Alright. So we're not addressing a history of financial anxiety. So a lot of details are missing here. This is like I'm trying to create my own magic, but there's something that always gnaws away at the fibers. It's sort of like molehills become mountains because of past anxieties that have not been addressed. Right? It's like if I go back and look at the evidence time and time again in this broken record and this sort of depression, right? The harmonica is like blues, where I'm just like seeing this same stuff over and over again. Just thinking of the lyrics to Amish Paradise. I mean, it's based on the song Gangster's Paradise, but I don't really know the real lyrics. I'm just going through the lyrics in my head again. I'm thinking more of the video itself. I mean, there's this line, like, even Ezekiel thinks that my mind is gone, but then he's having this, like face off with Florence Henderson the whole time. You know, like, he's like a little bit holier than thou in it. Not a single luxury. Right? It's like, I can't have anything luxurious because of some kind of financial anxiety. Like, maybe I've got loans or credit card bills or something. The deed to my house got fucked. There's a sea turtle here, and it looks small, but it's something that's not hatching yet. And this, to me, I'm getting this, like, you can't get blood from a stone, right? It's like, I don't have anything else left to give. You know, like, what am I going to do? Sell my blood? Go to a sperm bank or something? Where applicable? I'm not quite sure what's going on with these other charms, so I think I'm gonna move into the oracle cards and the tarot and then come back and see what those other charms are indicating. Because there's so many of them. Got a lot of oracle cards here too. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. These cards have come out for this month already for other signs. Now, Pisces in general is sort of the area of the subconscious. And I believe Neptune is in Pisces for quite a while. So the subconscious is like getting supercharged, super worked on. So if Earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. I haven't had that card yet. Heraeth. Not quite sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, but Heraeth sounds close enough until I get told otherwise. So longing for home, homesick for the stars. I'm homesick for my star family. Where's my people at? So if don't dim to fit in, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? There's one line in the song where he's like, all the little Amas want to be like. He's talking about like all the little Amish kids want to be like him. And it's like, it's giving me this idea of like looking up to something, wanting to be part of a community, like not feeling like wanting to belong to something. Okay. So we have the box. I've had this before. This is like being contained, right? I'm trapped by these certain societal rules, and in order to like get where I want to be, I need to come outside the box. I need to expand my boundaries. So Aletheia, this came out already for this month. This is like a deep and cosmic truth. Oh, look at this. Like a similar box shape on there. Oh, and this one is now, the box is, okay, look at this. So here we have the box, right? We have the black and white lines. Now we've taken the box and we've separated it out. It's still box shaped. And now we've gone even further with this judge energy and chopped up this whole image into quarters, and it's sort of expanding it outwards. I'm rearranging. Rearrange me till I'm strange? Huh. Alright, whatever. This is, I mean, this gives me the idea of the Judgment card. Right? It's like in, like, I mean, I think the Amish live how they live because they're trying to survive some kind of, like, God judgment by being, you know, pure and whatever. I don't think there'd be any Amish people watching me to get offended, so whatever. I am gonna read some of these other cards, but I notice I'm turning these over first. So you have the Seven of Cups. Notice this is just like a stairway to heaven. Seven of Chalices. So Seven of Cups. What's the energy? Give me a cup. Ew, I got my thing wet. Seven of Cups. Okay, traditionally Venus in Scorpio, but I've reassigned it Uranus in Scorpio, which is Aquarian energy. Seven of Cups to me usually means I have a lot of distractions. We see that because there are all these friggin' charms that came out. I'm distracted by this stuff that I'm not addressing that's giving me anxiety. I've got the credit card bill. I've got the deed to the house. I've got this letter that they're going to shut off my electricity. I'm freaking out here. What am I going to do? Six of Cups inverted. The Sun in Scorpio. Inverted though, which lends itself to moon energy. Something that's hidden. Right? We're getting into the subconscious here. Right? What is moon in Scorpio? The only thing that's left is Pisces. Right? By process of elimination, we're heading deep down into the secret part of the emotional psyche. But this is also no longer romanticizing the past, right? What's so great about doing everything the hard way? Or this isn't like it was when I was little. You know, or this happened to me when I was little, so now I have, you know, like I was raised in an unstable environment, so now anytime any little thing doesn't go right, I freak out. Right? I have this pattern from my childhood that's causing me distress. 6 and 7 is 13 cups. That's transformation. That's death cycle. That might be this. And it might be like an internal transformation because it's inverted. So here we have the Ace of Flames. It matches this right here. This is the, like, what drives you, what your core is. Right? What is your, like, what is your gut telling you to do? What is your sole purpose? What is your modus operandi? Modus operandi. Okay, so this was kind of inverted, but I pulled it open this way. So we have something that's actively swinging the balance from being stuck on this anxiety to trying to become more generous. Here, it might just be to yourself, right? This is like the masculine energy's open heart chakra. I'm trying to become more heart-centered in the way that I deal with finances. Right? Like maybe if I stop freaking out, I'll be able to intuit a solution. right? What is my gut telling me how to get here? So it alternates from 6 to 7, where it's sort of like I'm reducing this problem by half. I'm bridging the difference between the 6 here and the 7 here. So let me go to the starseed cards here. Breath of the Cosmos basically is about, you know, I'm so anxious that things stop going wrong that I'm constantly nervous over every single little thing. Like, what's going to happen now? What's going to happen next? And it just kind of puts you, again, on this, like, broken record where it's just like, like, anything that comes up, it's like, oh, I have to put all my attention on this until you have no energy left whatsoever and you're just completely fried. This is saying, well, if I have an intention and I'm focused on my heart center in terms of solution and trying to lead with my where my gut in the dark, my candle is pulling me, then the universe will co-create with me. I need to get off its back a little bit and let it actually produce this magic instead of like a tattered stuffed bunny that a mouse has half chewed. So Earth pulsing, let's see what this is. So the planet has its own rhythm, the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, long working hours, and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter, right? No phone, no lights, no motor cars. Haven't paid the phone bill since 1699, right? The phone bill. No, that's wrong. Haven't paid the phone bill in 300 years. Tonight we're going to party like it's 1699. There we go. When I finally figure out how to make these charms for sale, I'm not going to be able to include Weird Al because I can't afford his likeness. Somebody will have to make their own. Time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Okay, so that not only is that grounding, but surrendering to the pulse of the earth is kind of a small baby step that brings in trust for the universe itself, right? If I can surrender to the earth, then maybe I can, you know, let the universe solve my problem for me in its own way and not make it, like, do it in the only way that I know how. Right? I'm going to let the universe come up with creative solutions instead of telling them they have to do it by the book that's 70 years old. So it says, somewhere along the way, a severing from the land, from the earth's natural rhythm happened. It says, a moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported, as if we don't belong. We look to other people in the external world to fill the void of the connection. Holding and belonging once given to us by the earth. Right? Some of that is where this homesickness is coming from. Is sort of a built-in disconnect from the earth. That on a small scale, and then the larger scale of the cosmos, but there's this middle step where it's like, oh, I'm not connected to my star family either. Where is everybody? So it's talking about connecting with the earth energy helps release what no longer serves you, right? This anxiety. This, you know, feeling like the life is being bled out of me. Right? My DNA is shutting down because it's strained to its maximum. Some of that is this don't damn to fit in, right? It's like I'm exhausted and like, nobody sees me, I'm not getting any help from the universe. This is, you know, an added thing of be your star family. Let them see you as you are so they can come in and be with you. But let me look up Heraeth. I probably pronounced that 3 different times, but whatever. Sometimes I get nervous saying things out loud that I say perfectly fine in my head. Okay. I probably am pronouncing it wrong because it's Welsh. Heraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness. Okay, let me dig in here for a card. There's a specific card that I want. Where you at? I'm gonna find it. And then I'm gonna make a new segment. Okay, I think it's working now. My camera was being weird. So anyway, I was going through these cards to pull out the one that I wanted. Because I was talking about this Heraeth thing, long homesickness. Make sure it's still recording when I'm talking. Right, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. So this brings up the 4 of chalices in this deck. This is specifically, I want to go home. I'm looking at the stars. I don't feel like I belong here. I'm apathetic to things. This is different than anxiety. But this card's description is bringing up a similar vibe. So I'm just going to leave that over here. Okay, so it's talking about some people have a distant memory of of certain cosmic places that they remember and they want to go back to, right? That they feel connected to more than the earth. For others, it's more of they want to be in unity, right? With one with the cosmic consciousness. Right. So some starseeds will travel until they find a physical home. And then other people, it happens, it says, in communities, communities, and relationships, right? They want to be somewhere they belong. So it's saying if this yearning becomes... What does it say? Oh, it says, if you resonate with this yearning for home but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. So it says you're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now. Alright, so this is where this inverted watch comes in, right? It's like, I haven't been connected to the time that I've been in. Like this space-time is causing me anxiety. Like my magic isn't working. I'm having a hard time conforming to society. I want to go home. Alright, so let me skim these two cards that I've gotten before, and then I'll read the Judge, because that hopefully will put a cap on the reading and make it make sense. Alright, so we're looking in the box. 44. I hate Roman numerals. 40. Okay, here we go. So it can act as a cage. The rules and the norm can be destabilizing. And people and yourself might be wondering, what the hell are you even doing? Known, anticipated, expected, like bills and anxiety. Holding in place while holding you back. Limitations at the most unconscious levels. That's what I was talking about. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. So the box tends to try to collapse back in when you break out from it. Like a bigger box is like, hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Right? And that's where the anxiety comes, right? I thought I got out of this place where I couldn't pay my bills, and now like bigger bills or other shit comes in that traps me, for example. Or like, oh, you suck because you didn't get the newest iPhone. That kind of stuff. You can't sit with us. It's like, I didn't want to. So Alethea is the truth. The truths! So truth is basically resonance in and of itself. It's about vibration, right? And some of that is Ace of Swords, speaking the truth, right? It says in here that the speaking the truth has a different vibration in your voice than when you're lying. When you hear someone speak the truth, you see the truth within yourself and are more likely to tell your own story. It's talking about unveiling, vitality, health, and so on. All right, so the truth and the box are talking about freedom of some sort. So let me look at the Judge, which is, what do we got here? 14. Interesting, the Judge is coming in with the Temperance number of the tarot. Alright, so I haven't gotten this card yet, so let's look at this a little closer. Judgmental, heavy emphasis on mental. The Judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. There's the walls. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens, right? When I find my people and it doesn't feel like the world is against me, I'm able to access my truth more. I'm able to feel freer. I don't feel like I have to shut off my light. Okay. So the Judge discerns what is safe, true, and just. Okay. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, right, that's the anxiety. Wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other, right? What's the Weird Al's character doing in that song? He's judging the other people because they're not as pious as he is. So that an out of balance judge is one that creates more walls. Whether it's, well, it doesn't really matter what it's through. I'm not going to read that part. When this discerning force is made conscious and healed, the judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources, right? Bills. Those are because of resources for those in need. And there's an aspect of forgiveness. Okay. I feel like there's something missing from Pisces reading. I'm going to get another round card. What is this reading for? What is it doing? What are all these emotional anxiety aspects doing? The vessel. I think that's 69. Sacral energy. Alright, I see what's happening here. Pelvic bowl. Just looking for this in here. Okay, here it is. Alright, the vessel. Which is this right here. Right? The vessel, the body. Mr. Body. Physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It's the one in which you reside. From your first breath to your last, it may need your attention. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. Okay. Through the simple act of separation, that's the wall. Is that on the camera? The wall. The vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. Right? This sea turtle's egg wasn't protected, and a lot of the times they don't make it to the ocean if their eggs are disturbed or crushed or eaten or full of oil. Nests protect the eggs. Savings accounts protect our earnings. Right? And the planets are contained within their circular orbit, although it should say elliptical, and that kind of annoyed me when I was reading the book. So it's time to assess what's being held together and how. Right? Is the vessel too tight? Which would be anxiety. Too loose, broken, empty, full. Or perhaps there's no vessel at all and the contents spill in every direction. That's just like full-born panic attack. It's natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. So that's like if everything around you is crumbling, that's kind of a tower moment. But it's a chance to move into a new tower, right? I'm taking my vessel elsewhere. I'm setting sail for a different foundation. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? Okay. Oh, the sacral energy. Okay. So this whole reading, all the aspects of the reading tying together, the sacral chakra is kind of the same energy as judgment in the tarot, number 20. We do have the judge here. It's a fire card, judgment, but it's ruled by Pluto, which is water. The vessel is the same in the body, right? It's The sacral chakra, Jesus Christ, if I could talk, is the pelvic bowl, right? We have a bowl here. We have this pelvis highlighted in this figure here. And then we have more orange energy coming from this star or sun or whatever. It's the reactor that fuels the solar chakra, where the Ace of Flames is, up here above the belly button. But the sacral chakra has to do with with creativity, right? What are you manifesting? What are you giving birth to, right? If you're feeling unsafe, then this DNA potentially that yields a new egg potentially is not going to like grow, basically, right? It's not going to stick to the walls and start. It's not going to create some like cell walls and stuff. But the thing is, the sacral chakra is it's like the seed of creativity. It's like the place where dreams congeal, right? It's like, I'm creating something. I'm giving birth to my new company, or my new album, or my new charity, or whatever it is, or my children, if that's what you're doing. But the nature of it is like, if I don't feel nurtured or protected, if I am not connected to the earth as a macrocosm for this bowl, I feel what am I trying to say? Why can't I say this right? I feel scared, I feel afraid, I feel anxious when my sacral chakra is in distortion. Right? I feel disconnected, I feel low energy, I feel overwhelmed. Right? If the sacral chakra is clogged, distorted, broken, whatever, I lost my train of thought again. What the hell? It's like there's no fuel for the solar chakra, but it's like this, when the sacral chakra is out of whack, it's like a writer's block, but with the added layer of making you feel exhausted and terrified. All right. So all of this stuff here has to do with feeling threatened by others, and thus resorting to judgment in order to keep them from boxing you in a way that you don't want to be. But the grounding will help stabilize the sacral energy and open this chakra to fuel the core, which is where you'll be more able to contact your star family. right? I think it's hard to describe because it's coming out of a deep subconscious level where it's like, I don't even know where my anxiety comes from now. Is it some kind of illness in the womb? You know, was there a lack of nurturing in early development? Something like that. I hope that made any kind of sense whatsoever, because there isn't anything else there. And my words are not there anymore. I don't think I went over every single charm, but sometimes they're not meant to be read individually. Sometimes they're meant to be read as a group. All right. So it's talking about grounding, earth pulse, dealing with judgment and confinement.